and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat of a legacy. Prince Homsuk Alex Jibrin is my name. I am the greatest grandson to the 23rd Longwo.
Okay. This is News Hour on Some TV Television, the pulse of the nation. Coming to you live from Jalingo, the capital of Taraba State. I am Esther Oka Steven. Stay connected, follow us on Facebook at Some TV and stream live on YouTube at Some TV Live. Now here are the leading stories shaping today's headlines. Umari community endorses Governor Chukwuma Soludo for second term ahead of November 2025 Anambra governorship election. National Assembly rejects Senator Natasha Akpoti-Udonge's attempt to resume duties amid suspension. NUPENG vows to continue nationwide strike over Dangote refinery unionization dispute. Now the news info. Ahead of the November 8, 2025 Anambra governorship election, Umari community has endorsed Governor Chukwuma Soludo for a second term. Dr. John Mechi, President General of the Umari General Assembly, announced the endorsement during the 2025 New Yam Festival, urging other aspirants to consider contesting elsewhere. Mechi said Soludo's achievements in 3 years have exceeded expectations and that the people of the Omambele region are united in re-electing him and his deputy, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim. He vowed to mobilize grassroots support for a landslide victory, stressing that youth, women and stakeholders are firmly behind Soludo and called on other candidates to join in sustaining Anambra's development. Meanwhile, political tension in the National House and the National Assembly continue to draw attention. The National Assembly has rejected Senator Natasha Akpoti-Udonge's attempt to resume duties following a 6-month suspension. In a letter dated 4th September 2025, Acting Clerk Dr. Yaya Danzaria clarified that a suspension which began on 6th March remains in force pending a Court of Appeal ruling. Akpoti-Udonge, who challenged the Senate over alleged sexual harassment claims, had planned to return on 4th September and later in the month after a London trip. The suspension, based on the Senate Committee on Ethics recommendations, also stripped her of aid, office privileges, and salary. Security operative barred her July attempt to enter the National Assembly. Building on this, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Udonge of Kogi Central has now completed a 6-month Senate suspension, which began on 6th March 2025, following allegations of misconduct linked to a sexual harassment claim against Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The suspension barred her from legislative duties, accessing the National Assembly, and using official resources. Akpoti-Udonge has maintained that the disciplinary action was politically motivated and violated principles of natural justice. In July, she attempted to enforce a federal high court judgment ordering a course, but access was denied. The suspensions left Kogi Central temporarily unrepresented in the Senate, highlighting tensions over lawmakers' rights versus Senate disciplinary powers. In security development between July and August 2025, the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) secured 588 convictions of recovered over 21.6 billion naira, while National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) seized 66,255.81 kilograms of drugs and deployed 48 new vehicles. At a monthly joint security press briefing in Abuja, NOA Director General Malam Lare Issa Onilu highlighted that the Army conducted 261 operations, the police made 1,950 arrests and rescued 141 victims, while NAFDAC seized 17 containers of unsaved goods. He stressed that tighter interagency coordination, intelligence-led operations, and expanded public communications have improved security, urging communities to report illegal activities and promote anti-drug initiatives nationwide. On a related industrial front, the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers (NUPENG) has vowed to continue its nationwide strike following a failed conciliation meeting with the Dangote refinery over tanker drivers' unionization. The meeting, mediated by Labour Minister Mohammed Din, collapsed as Dangote management rejects recognized union, claiming a separate drivers' association. NUPENG President Williams Akpara described this as illegal, insisting the law only recognizes unions like NUPENG and PENGASAN. Industrial action began Monday with drivers halting fuel loading and depots including Lagos, Warri, and Delta State shut down. The union urged public support, warning of potential fuel shortages if the strike persists. Similarly, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria (PEGASAN) has ordered an indefinite strike at Cameroon offshore system over alleged anti-labor practices and refusal of negotiate the 2025 collective bargaining agreement. The union said all dialogue avenues were exhausted and urged full members' compliance. This delay project and affect investors' confidence. PEGASAN stressed the action protects members' rights, fair treatment, and improve working conditions in the oil and gas sector. Turning to civil service matter, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has appointed Mrs. Sabanti Nathan as the acting head of service following the death of Grace Adeyilo on September 1st, 2025. The appointment continued in a statement by Lanre Olayinka, Senior Special Advisor on Public Communication, takes immediate effect and will remain until the substantive head of service is appointed. Prior to this role, Nathan served as Permanent Secretary of the Youth Development Secretariat and had also been Director of Finance and Administration in the Minister's Office. Her appointment ensures continuity in the administration's civil service leadership within the Federal Capital Territory. Meanwhile, retired Nigerian soldiers ended their week-long protest at the Ministry of Finance in Abuja after the federal government assured that their entitlement would be paid this week. Protest leaders, retired Sergeant Ekundayo Alaseme, said officials collected names of those yet to receive full payment and promised disbursement before the weekend. The dispute arose from Discrepancies in payment charts, with some retirees paid July to December, while veterans expected January to June rates. Issues rise included parking allowances and 3 months benefits. LSM urged President Tinubu to ensure transparent entitlement system for future retirees, preventing delay in payment. In governance and security oversight, the DSS has given activists and Sahara Reporters publisher Omoyele Sowore a one-week ultimatum to retract a social media post deemed false, malicious, and inciting against President Tinubu. The post made on 26 August 2025 described the president as a criminal and accused him of lying about corruption. The DSS demanded Sowore issues a public apology in 2 national newspapers and TV stations and submit a formal representation to its Abuja headquarters. Failure to comply would prompt lawful measures to protect national security and public order. The agency emphasized that public figures must exercise restraint and responsibility in speech to promote peace and governance. On infrastructural challenges, a thunderstorm on the evening of 3rd September 2025 caused the 132 kV Otukpo-Nsukka New Haven transmission line to snap. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, reported the falling conductor struck a house, destroyed a parked car, and killed 2 cows near Tower 97. No human casualties were reported. TCN's Quick Response Line maintenance team has dismantled the damaged sections and begun restringing a new ductor. Temporary alternative power was routed through the Otukpo 132 kV substation to Enugu Electricity Distribution Company to supply Nsukka. TCN warned the public against encroaching on transmission line right-of-ways and emphasized adherence to safety guidelines. In technology and infrastructural development, the Osun State government has launched Imole Wafi, a free public internet service aimed at expanding digital access for residents, students, businesses, and communities across the state. The service, announced by Commissioner for Information Kolapo Alimi, is initially available in government buildings, including the Osun State Library, Osun Mall, and select schools. Governor Ademola Adeleke highlighted that Imole Wafi will cut barriers, connect people, and drive growth in education, health, agriculture, and commerce. Special Advisor Aziz Badmos noted the rollout is the first phase, with plans to expand access and integrate more digital service over time. On academic and industry collaboration, Brigadier General Sakiru Adepoju Mohammed has urged Nigerian industries to fund university-led research to address sector-specific challenges and bridge the gap between academia and industry. Speaking at the 2025 International Conference on Engineering, Science and Technology, ICEST, in Calabar, he emphasized that reliance on government initiatives alone hampers national development. The conference themed Convergence of AI, Digital Economy, and Decarbonization brought together researchers, policymakers, and industry stakeholders. General Mohammed highlighted the need for practical hands-on engineering education, and investment in research that directly solves industrial problems, showcasing innovations from the Emerging Technologies Research Hub and monitoring programs for students. It's now time for a brief commercial break. Stay with us. The most captivating stories are just moments away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome back. Glad to have you still with us. Turning to international affairs, French authorities have launched an investigation after pigs' heads were found outside several mosques in the Paris region. Paris Police Chief Laurent Nunez confirmed that the heads were discovered on public roads in Paris and two nearby areas and pledged to identify the perpetrators. Interior Minister Bruno condemned the act as outrageous and absolutely unacceptable, emphasizing the right of Muslim citizens to practice their faith in peace. France, home to the EU's largest mosque population and a significant Jewish community, has seen rising anti-Muslim and anti-Semitic incidents since the Gaza conflict erupted in October 2023, following attacks by Hamas and retaliatory Israeli operations in Gaza. Finally, in broader international politics, France's National Assembly hosted Prime Minister François Bayrou after just 9 months of office, with 364 deputies voting no confidence against 194 in support. Bayrou had called the confidence vote to break a deadlock over his budget aimed at cutting 44 billion euros from national debt. His resignation is expected Tuesday, leaving President Emmanuel Macron to appoint a successor or call snap election. Public discontent is high, with 64% urging Macron to resign and his approval rating at 23%. Social tension persists as union plans strike and far-right leaders Marine Le Pen appeal could revive her 2027 presidential ambition. That brings us to the close of this edition on News Hour on Som TV. Follow us on Facebook at Som TV and subscribe to our YouTube channels at Som TV Live.